we was in church.
Oh, Diamond in the
Yeah,
Bag.
and he started singing, and he said, what, how did it go? He said,
Diamond
then,
in the Bag.
right, and the whole church started singing, Diamond in the Bag, sunroof top in the
No, he kept going to the congregation.
Right, and then the congregation said, ooh, and then we was like, okay, yeah, we got into that. That was the most thing that we ever did. I said, oh, okay, I got that. He said, y'all know what I'm talking about. He said, remember back in the day, that Diamond in the Bag, and then we all said it, said, ooh, yeah. But when you talk about a hoe and the ass and all that, yeah, it's gonna make me cringe a little bit.
But see, the thing about it is, we come to understand that now. I'm wrestling and dealing in the spiritual world, where that's my occupation every day, and really you gotta maintain relevance. So when you begin to say that 90% of what I do has some level of talking involved in it.
Right.
And when you're trying to connect to an audience, you want to use words that they are familiar with. Jesus did the very same thing when he told parables or stories.
Right, correct.
He used the language of the day to convey certain messages. And so we, as ministers, are charged to do the exact same thing. And I think there's a line that we should not cross in that language. Now, some of my colleagues disagree. Some people say that if Jesus was in this time, he would have used the same words that we're using today. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's true, but I think Jesus, in his wisdom, would have, if he used those words, would have done so in a skillful manner that wouldn't have been perceived as derogatory in this time.
I'm all about. I am one. When I go to church, I do want when you deliver the sermon, I do want you to connect the relevance for me. I do want you to connect it in a way in today's times that I can understand, because the Bible is a little difficult to understand. And for me, when I'm hearing the pastor delivering, it's like sometimes they're like very biblical. I mean, very exact, following the Bible precise. And I'm trying to follow you, so I'm getting a little lost. So at some points, I do need you to connect what the Bible is saying versus what's happening in today's society. So I do need that, but I don't need you to go quite that far. So I do need it to be relevant.
When you talking about bring your
ancestors to church and all that, no. And you stand up in the pulpit and saying that? Nah, I pass. I think not.
I'm gonna give you a look like this, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm like,
I think not.
That's when I kind of look at him, give him a finger, and walk right back out.
The year was 1999.
1999.
I remember it like it was yesterday. As a matter of fact, today marked 21 years ago it happened. My daddy preached at my wife's home church. Today is the day we started dating, actually.
Okay.
21 years ago, 7/27/99.
Okay.
And so my dad preached at my wife's home church.
Okay.
And the title of his sermon that day was "You Ain't Nothing But a SOB."
Okay.
And I think SOB was an acronym for saved, obedient, and blessed, I think it was.
Okay.
But the title in of itself, when he said it, everybody was like, you want to be real fast.
Cause when you think SOB, you think of something you know what.
Well, look, if I had been honest, I would have said, oh, SOB. I'm like, I'm sitting up because I want to hear more. Well, let's go on. That would have been my reaction. I'm like, okay, you got my attention now.
That would be my attention. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking at you say SOB.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Then he just said, okay, yeah, let's go. Let's roll with this. That would have been me.
Let's roll with this.
Let's roll with this. Let's see where you're going with this. That would have been me.
No.
Yeah, honestly, that would have been me.
I don't know when you have individuals in the crowd that's 70 plus years old thinking about let's roll with this.
Right, but that would have been me. If I was sitting there, that would have been like, oh, okay, now he got my attention. All right, let me see what he's talking about. Yeah, that would have been me. That's like when my pastor broke out in the song. I said, oh yeah, you got me now. Come on with it.
But who think your
There's a new song out.
Huh?
There's a new song. I don't know if y'all saw it on Instagram. It's going on. I've gotten it like 5 or 6
what
times.
What is it?
I think by now. It's called Try Jesus. It's a new song out, and
I've heard that
it's a guy, and I think it's two other people doing it with him. He says, "Try Jesus, don't try me," because I swing these hands. So don't
Okay,
try me, try
I
me.
think that sounds a little familiar to me. I think I've heard that a little bit.
I've heard that one, Dallas Hall. Heard the crazy new song with John Legend.
Okay.
It's all about-
See, I think people are trying to get people to connect with Christ. So they're doing it in unique ways. Like a lot of these hip hop artists, they are now hip hop
They're Christian
gospel.
hip-hop.
No, this hip hop gospel artists. Which we got one coming up on Wednesday. J Lock will be here. He's
Who?
J Lock. You don't know? Well, you better tune in on Wednesday and find out who he is. But he's a hip hop Christian.
Christian gospel or Christian rap?
No, he said he just says a hip hop gospel artist. That's what he said. So he's gonna join us on Wednesday, and I get it. Like Reggie Rock was here. I get the message that I know that's your man.
I don't know how y'all didn't have me on that show with Reggie Rock. That was not fair.
Oh!
Y'all should have told me that my man Reggie was going to
Any other time he'll just pop on in anyway. So you should have been paying attention.
That is not true. I only come on when I'm invited or asked to come on.
Dr. Fight, and you know I don't have no care. You pop on anytime. You know I always tell you that it doesn't even matter.
Well,
If you saw Reggie Rock was on it, you should have said, I got to come on and talk to Reggie. So you should have done that.
I text him. They did a good job.
He did. You know what? He's got a really wonderful spirit about himself, kind of like you, but it's just very endearing and connective. And I really enjoyed my conversation with him. I truly did.
He and I did a show together. He did some rap. I did some comedy.
You know,
at church.
I can't deal with you in your comedy.
What'd you say?
I can't deal with you in your comedy. You had me laughing the whole weekend. I said, I cannot.
No,
And I kept hearing James Brown songs the whole weekend. I said, oh, God. I
Wait,
can't.
and it didn't help. I kept messing with it. He's out there.
Don't stop.
Y'all Googled it, didn't you, for that interview?
Oh, my God. And every time, I said, why they keep playing James Brown the whole weekend? Every time I turn around, I was, oh, Lord James on again. Every time I did, I thought about you. And I just bust out laughing every time.
You know that interview was fun.
Look, when Dr. Fight doing his comedy live and in person, if you don't put in that James Brown bit right there, cause that is good. When I say that's platinum. That's not gold. That is platinum.
Well, beautiful thing about it is I try to tell people that Christians can have fun too.
Right.
We don't have to be derogatory. We don't have to be inflammatory. But we can laugh at ourselves. We can laugh at our society we live in. It's not to be mean, nasty in any kind of way, but it's just to be real and relevant about what's going on with a different spin. I mean, can you imagine Jesus living in these times, in this day and age?
No. Dr. Fight, let me say this. Let me tell you this. I'm probably gonna get talked about when I say this, but I happen to be, I was on some interesting side of Chicago over the weekend, and I was trying
You
to.
did what in Chicago?
I was on the interesting side of Chicago, a side that I normally don't go on. Let me just say this, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can. But Dr. Fight, I was 100 degrees. And I end up on this side of this part in Chicago. I'm trying. How can I be delicate?
You can't.
Dr. Fight, our people. I said, I was like this. I was like, oh
For
my.
culture.
Dr. Fight, and you know what I'm talking. People were like, let me tell you this. People had coolers. I guess they was selling stuff from their coolers. They was dumping stuff out the coolers. The women had weaves on down to their booty. Some had on, and I was just like, I was trying to drive, but I was like this. I said, Brianna,
What were you?
Dr. Fight, let me tell you, I was on the west side of Chicago. in shock. I was speechless at the sight that I was seeing, because I'm like, this what people. I was like, this what people really be talking about. They go to the hood. I understand. I've been in the hood before Dr. Fight. I've been in the hood, but that was a whole other level of hoodness, or whatever you want to call it. It was another whole level that I was saying. I was like, what the fuck? I was like catatonic. I'm trying to drive and not really be looking and stuff, but it was like coming from over here, over there. It was just like, I was like, oh my God, what is this? And so then I started thinking like,
You all baby show thing.
is this what people? I'm thinking like, is this what people talk about when they say they be coming in the hood or whatever? Cause
Okay, let me help you
I
out.
was just like, what the?
Let me help you out. They're everywhere, first of all.
Oh,
They're just
yeah.
not delegated to one area. You just happen to go deep.
I was deeper than I should have been. I was trying. I said, where's my phone? Because I got to see where's the expressway. I was like, how do I get to the expressway? Because obviously I was supposed to be over there.
Oh, Jesus.
And I said, wow.
Ooh.
We yeah. If you want to say our people, yeah.
But look,
Yeah.
you still got to be loyal to the culture, even though some characters in the culture.
It was a whole avenue. It just went on.
What y'all in Madison?
Every light, it was like what was the map? It was a little other one. What's the start with the gate? What's the other street?
Canal.
No, excuse my French.
Kedzie.
I started off on Kedzie, and I'm like, I know I'm going to the expressway.
It's Madison,
But
Kedzie,
it just kept going. It just kept going. I kept saying, "Ooh, ouch." They like,
Look.
I have no word, and I'm trying to be delicate when I say this.
Let me explain
But
this.
Dr. Fight, let me just get the word out. Dr. Fight, let me just say this. Excuse me already. I said, damn. I'm like, wow. Whoa.
Look, you have to understand we have some characters in our culture.
But it was a lot.
But sometimes you have to open.
Oh, you got that everywhere.
Right.
Dr. Fight, I've been Dr. Fight, I've been in the hood areas. Come on, I'm not naive. But that right there, I said,
Okay. That has nothing to do with the area. You know when it's hot, they have everything but sugar, honey, iced tea out.
but it was they did have everything out, but I mean the people have been selling stuff, so they dumping water out the
All right.
coolers, and they it was they had some had the house shoes on,
But look.
and it was like the police was over here. This light was stopping some.
Look.
The police lights flashing over here.
But look.
I saw, and this was like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Look, you can't say that's just one area because they was everywhere. Because not anything that is the Sasquatch flip-flops.
I just
Where they look like they got Sasquatch on their feet. Because then where I was at, one got out the car, and I mean, when I kid you not, you saw the black of her booty when she got out. And I was over there in like the rich people land. So, it just don't make a difference.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I know this was like, you said, where our people was at, a lot of them. And I was kind of taken aback a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I've been in the hood before, many times. I've been in the hood. I ain't tripping. But that day, maybe because it was 100 degrees and they just was feeling themselves. But all I can say was, God, where's the nearest on-ramp so I can get up out of here? That's how I felt. That's how I felt. It was just, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I just say, why we got to be characters all the time? Must we be characters all of the time? I'm asking. Dr. Fight,
Yeah.
he said, yeah.
He said,
He said, yeah. I said, must we be characters all the time? He said, yeah.
you got to be used to it. Ain't nothing new.
Yeah, but that was just another whole level of what I had never seen before. Oh, you saw?
What?
I was like,
What level is that for you? Because I see that on a daily basis.
and I've said I've been into some areas, but that right there,
Again, what you ain't
He's
seen
not
on a
gonna
daily
put
basis?
that on black folk though.